morning everybody. So today I am going to discuss a very commonly mistaken topic, that is 4-figure and 6-figure grid references of topographical maps. So students mostly mistaken this thing, they confuse how to do it or sometimes do the opposite thing, and most of the cases they actually didn't get the marks over here. So first, why we use the 4-figure grid reference or 6-figure grid reference, that we need to know. It's very simple. We use them for determining the location of any feature, just like latitudes and longitudes do for the Earth's surface. Here in topographical map, these horizontal and vertical lines, they actually use to determine the location of any feature, any small feature like post office, any police station, any small features or some big features like the settlements, the open scrubs, everything. So first thing we will talk about the 4-figure grid reference. So now we can have a look of this colorful map, and sometimes we get confused how to actually do this. So here we can see clearly the red vertical and horizontal lines. So first of all, we need to know how to find it out, the 4-figure grid reference. So let us have a quick calculation and a very easy one. So here I am having a blank sheet for you. Just I am drawing the grid line so that you can understand how to do this. So that is how the grid lines looks like on a map, and the numbers of the grids will be on the top of it or at the bottom and at the sides. Here you are. So suppose I need to find the 4-figure of this grid. This is simply the grid number. So how to actually memorize this thing, and it's very easy. We just need to remember this letter, that is L. L means first I am drawing the left vertical line which value is 21, and then I am drawing the lower horizontal line whose value is 09. So it's very easy because everyone has know how to write L. First we draw the left vertical line and then the line at the bottom. So now we get the value very easily. Now we won't be confusing it which value we need to write first. We will be writing 21 first, that means the left line, and 09 at the end, that is the bottom line. So it's very easy to calculate them. So we can actually go to this slide. So check how to find it out. So here we have a settlement over here. The name is given Bhatana settlement. And if we need to identify or determining the 4-figure of Bhatana settlement, 4 figures are used for larger features. So it's a large feature, and how to find it out. Just like we have done this L thing over there, I can do the same over here. Just L. I am writing L here. So what is the value that we are getting? We are having 47 over here as the left line, and here I am having 13 as the bottom line. So we get the 4-figure grid reference of Bhatana, that is 4713. Isn't it that easy? So next we are moving to our next grid reference, that is 6-figure grid reference, which might be a bit complicated for you, but not that much complicated. 6-figure grid references are used for smaller features, like the features we use to show in topographical map by symbols, like small symbols for post office, for police stations, for temples. Smaller features, we use this 6-figure. So here I am having a blank grid, and suppose I need to find a small feature over here. I am just highlighting it with red so that you can understand the position of this one. So you can see the red dot over here, right? So that is the position of the feature, and we need to find it out, the location of that red dot. Now how to find it out? So first of all, we need to remember the same thing, that is the 4-figure style, the L, that we need to do. So what is the 4 figure? The 4 figure of this grid will be what? So let us write the same thing in the next slide so that it will be easier for us to understand. So I am writing over here and we are having the map over here. So 4 figure of this grid will be 2, 1. The left line is 2, 1 and the bottom line is 0, 5. So we will be writing the same over here. 2, 1, then I am leaving a gap, then 0, 5 and a gap. Simple? Okay. Let it stay over here. I am just moving to my previous slide. So I have written the 4 figure of this grid. Now the next step is minutely you need to understand. First I need to count. You can see the smaller numbers. These are actually the subdivisions we have done. We can use scale for that also. We need to count how many strikes are there up to this point. So I am counting 1 from the left. Always we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Again I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 lines. So again I am moving to the next slide to complete my calculation over here. I am finding the number for this place. So I have found 4 lines. Simple, we need to divide 4 by 2. We are getting 2, the first value. Easy. Again for our calculation, moving to the previous slide. So again I will be counting. The numbers will be from below. Don't ever confuse that we will always count from the left first, then we will count from the bottom. So left part counting is done, then from the bottom. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Again I am counting from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's do the leftover confusion over here. So 3 lines we have seen. Okay, fine. 3 by 2. We are getting 1.5. So we cannot write 1.5. We need to write a round figure for that. It will be 2. So I am getting all the 6 digits. 21205 That is the 6th figure of that dot that we have seen. Now we can write that over there. 212052. Fine, I am erasing the calculation there and moving to the previous to write this. Here it is. I can write it 212052. So that will be the 6th figure for this point. Will be a time taking at the very beginning, but if you practice it just like 3 or 4 times, it will be very easier and it will be quicker also. So okay, so that is it for today. I guess you have actually got help from this video how to find out the grid references and your confusions will be cleared. Thank you so much.